Big baby, talk to me. We here, man, with another one, you dig? You wasn't there, big baby. Killer Cobe edition, huh? Do you hear me? My guy Killer, man, I had to do one for him. You dig what I'm saying? Real San Francisco legend, man. I had to put one on the map for my guy Killer, man. Because me and Killer had a real, you understand me? That was my dog, you dig what I'm saying? And he's a legend, you know what I mean? So it's only right, you dig what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it, though, you dig? So this is You Wasn't There, Big Baby podcast, man. Killer Cobe edition. Do you hear what I'm saying? Jacoby Jones, rest in peace, man. I love you, champ. You already know that, nephew. But anyway, right? So, I got acquainted with Killer through my guy Mickey Mo, man. You understand me? Mick Mo. Shout out to Mick, man. You know what I mean? My guy. I love you, champ. Mickey Mo used to come through, and I used to have a spot in the hill. So when I lived in the hill, you dig, Mickey Mo would pull up on me and grab things from me, you feel me, whatever it was, you know what I mean, vitamins, whatever, you dig. So Killer would be in the car with Mick, you dig, or vice versa. Mick would be in the car with Killer. So they'd be pulling up, and you know what I mean, Killer, you know what I mean, anybody who knows Killer knows he don't just mess with anybody. So Killer, a real potrerohill, real project, you dig? He know people from everywhere, you know what I mean? He's cordial, but he ain't just getting in the car or hanging out with just any old body. If you're not his family or from the hill, you gotta be real tight with him, you dig what I'm saying? So I can't speak for everybody else, but people for far as young homies that Killer had from the hill that I know that he had crazy love for, that Killer, that was his dogs. I know it's probably a whole lot of them, but as far as the two that I could name that Killer really cut for, it was going to be his younger homies. It was going to be Mickey Mo, you know what I mean? And it was going to be Roser, you dig what I'm saying? Of course, Pop Top, but he older than them. So Roser and Mickey Mo, them was his guys. Them was his young partners, you dig what I'm saying? So, but anyway, one day Mickey Mo like, what's up, Neff, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm just chilling. He's like, hop in. So this actor, Killer and them, they done drove past, grabbed shit from me from weeks in a row, you know what I mean? Damn, tripping. Weeks in a row, and I could tell, you know what I mean, Killer don't just rock with anybody, you dig? So finally, Mick like, hop in, you know what I mean? So I hop in, we get in there, we get to rolling, doing our thing, chilling as we do, you dig, blowing or whatever. So, long story short, me and Killer started rocking by ourselves, you know what I mean, when Mickey Mo wasn't there. So I hop in with Killer, he hit corners, we smoke all day, you dig? That was Killer thing. Like, once he finished doing what he doing, or in the midst of doing what he doing, he blowing, hitting corners, you dig what I'm saying? That was Killer for you feel me? So now me and Killer, I'm messing with Killer, and I live in the hills, so I'm seeing I'm hopping in with him, we get acquainted, we get cool. So it's like, okay, that's we good money, you dig? So now I don't live in the hill no more. So now Killer's starting to get on the street bikes now, you dig? I'm seeing them come through. And let me say this too. For as far as street bikes in the city, from my generation, you dig? You know who started the bike life, like coming through on hella street bikes? The Bishop Corner Boys. You know what I mean? They started that. I remember when they came through the turf one time, probably like 40 deep on street bikes with tree stump riding in the front. You know what I mean? And we was just looking like, ooh, okay, they waking the game up. I mean, there was probably people from everywhere riding with them, but they initiated it. That was their thing. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it raw and real. The Bishop Boys was putting it together, man. You know what I mean? They was showing you what getting money and being young and getting money was about. You dig, back then, especially in that area. You dig. So as far as the street bikes, they was coming through, and they was wheeling and doing shit. You know what I mean? That the average people who was riding bikes wasn't really doing, that I knew of. I just only could speak for myself, you feel me? From Lakeview, I know E. Bev could ride hard, the twins, and there was a few people for sure that could ride hard, you know what I mean? But as far as taking it to the next level and really like getting on the bike and doing real stunts, like, Killer was taking it to the next level, you dig? But so anyway, fast forward, my bro get a bike. One day I pull up on him. He popped the garage. He's like, look what I got. I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? It was a nice little, I don't know, what is it, FZR or something? It was some, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing big and chunky, but it was for sure something, you know what I mean, advanced for us at the time, you dig? So I jumped on that and went and got a tire, and I'm riding. So I know in my mind, I'm like, where is Cobe at? I got to get with Cobe. Killer is the hardest riding person that I know, and Killer gonna let you ride with him if you got a bike. If you rolling, he gonna let you roll, you dig? So I remember I'm riding for a couple of days, and finally, boy, lo and behold, I find Killa. You dig? So I jump on. So Killa riding a big red like a Kawasaki Ninja, a heavy bike. So we going everywhere. Killa lifting that thing up. He burning rubber. Gas caps, oil caps popping off every time he bring the bike down because it's so heavy. I'm like, this dude be going crazy. Killa a fool, you know what I mean? I'm basic because I don't know what. I'm just happy to be riding with Killa just to keep it 1,000. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to kick it, you dig? But so I ride with Killa. I see about riding with Killa, you know what I'm talking about? And I know that it's only a select few at that time who jumping on bikes and could ride and go across the water and do some different things. Somebody else though who was stunting at that moment or who really had handles, it was gonna be Juice and also Arm. You know what I'm talking about? Arm from 17 Pennies and Juice from the Hill. You feel me? Fonz, rest in peace too. He was right there with Cobe and them when they was getting busy. That was like the riding crew. They was really putting it in and putting in hours so that you know that they gonna be coming through stunting. You dig what I'm saying? But fast forward after I done rode with Killa or whatever, I've seen Killa face to face now and knowing what he can do on the bike and people saying this and saying that and who's this and who's that. You dig what I'm saying? So my cousin is living in the hill one time. My cousin Bully, you dig? So I'm telling him, I'm like, man, that dude Cobe is an animal on that bike, bruh. I'm like, he really one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, Arm ride the hardest, Cobe don't really know, whatever. We just going back and forth, just talking shit, you know what I mean, as we do, you dig? So, Killa thing was, Killa go riding whenever who want to go riding and all that. But Killa real training camp, in my opinion, was when he was in Potrerohill in the middle of the night. 1, 2, 3 in the morning when nobody really was outside like that, co-riding that thing all night long, big baby. I'm talking about hours on top of hours, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, Willie up the hill, feet over the front, Willie up the hill, feet over the front, Willie down the hill. Just, I'm talking about back and forth all night. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Vitamins just stand me and Killa gonna just, that was his thing. That was his therapy. You dig what I'm saying? That's where he felt I'm pretty sure that's where Killa felt the freest. How I explained it to my cousin Boley, I'm like, when Killa on that bike, other people like riding the bike. You know what I'm saying? They getting on it, they riding it and shit like that. When you see Killa on the bike, it's like he can become part of the bike. And anybody who's seen Killa get down, like really get down, they gonna understand what I'm saying. Like when Killa is in his mode on that bike, like when he really feeling it, when he in his freest, it looked like he just attached, like he attached to the bike. You dig what I'm saying? Like he just a donkey on that thing. Killa really just put it down when it comes to that thing, right? So you know, the argument a lot of times would be like, who riding the hardest, you feel me? And a lot of people know that Arm was getting busy, especially for like doing stunts and really riding hard on the bike, and a lot of people wasn't. So anybody who know Arm get busy too. Arm is a savage on that bike, you dig? I want to say I seen Arm and Cole together on the bikes maybe once or twice. I mean, and that's a pleasure to see. I wouldn't ride with them, but I just seen them come through and I'm on third or someone on the queue and they get busy together. But anyway, one night, so I'm telling cousin like, man, so cuz come outside. He happened to catch Killa on his training session outside after I told him, right? He like, man, Cole crazy, Killa crazy, man, that boy go crazy. I'm like, I told you, champ. I told you what that boy Killa do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about feet over the front, figure eight the bike. You know what I'm talking about with the feet over the front, figure eighting it. The bike is going crazy. Killa got his feet over the front. And then after he come out the figure eight, up the hill, he whoop, 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 lift that thing up all the way to the top of the hill with his feet over the front. Killa gonna come down third with his feet controlling the gas pedal. Champ, don't play with him. He just, you understand me? When he on one. Like anything that you could think of. I think Killa go home and look on YouTube and see whatever the ruffryders doing or whoever's supposed to be riding hard, and then he come outside and make us go crazy. You dig when he do it? Like Killa rides so hard. Shout out to Pop, to Jomo. Papa tell you, I love that shit. I love seeing bikes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but Killa rides so hard. Killa the type. Don't give him no audience. Don't give him no eyes, because he really gonna go crazier. You dig? Me and Papa see Killa, we coming down third or something in the rental or anything, and Killa see us, and lift that thing up and get to climbing all over the bike. I'm talking about feet on the gas tank, on the pegs. He going down Evans. If anybody know Evans, man, if you're from Frisco, of course you know, but people who ain't from Evans is one of the pothole, crookedest streets. Like, you know what I mean? You so the bike bouncing, going all over the place, and Killer still just riding and climbing all over like it's a jungle gym. As we just watching the back tire just and Jomo like, Juan, stop following him, Juan. Stop following him. Like, come on, man. Drive somewhere else. Like, he ain't gonna stop as long as you keep following him. That's Killer, man. Killer go crazy, man. And Killer the type, ain't nobody got no bikes outside. Killer still on his bike. It's raining outside. Killer on his bike. You dig what I'm saying? Like, Killer pushing it to the limit, man. He getting busy on that joint. You dig what I'm saying? So, I remember one night, so I'm with my guy Trail, Trelly True, rest in peace, Trail. So we hitting corners and sliding, man, and me and Trail happen to be talking about bikes. We're talking about who the best and this, that, and the other, and Trail brings up Arm, and I bring up Cobe. Now Trail ain't never seen Cobe ride before, you dig? He like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. Ain't nobody riding on Arm, woo woo. So I call Cobe. Cobe jumps in the car with us, right? So Cobe gets in the car, and as me and Trail keep going back and forth, and Cobe says, "Shit, I gotta take my bike to my mama house right now in Richmond. You know what I mean? If you want to follow me right quick, you know what I'm saying? I'll show you. You know, I gotta take it out there anyway. You did. I'm talking about so calm, just so you know what I mean? Cause Killer, if he ain't comfortable with you, or he ain't just showing like his extra animated self, because Killer could get animated if he fuck with you, and Killer, he in his mode, Killer go crazy. You know what I mean? He get the freestyling on you, nigga is Killer, and the Killer don't know, and the nigga what nephew. Killer go crazy, you know what I'm talking about? When you get Killer warmed up, man, he go start to freestyling, and he go, man, making the illest faces and just having you crying, laughing. That's my guy, you dig? But anyway, so Killer like, I gotta take my bike to my mama's house to Richmond. Anyway, I got into a high speed earlier. You feel me? I gotta let it chill out there for a minute. So Trail like, all right, you know what I mean? We own like light switches anyway, you dig? But anyway, Killer jumps off, you feel me? A little half a apple, you dig? And listen, man. Killer from the project, there ain't nowhere to park in the jets, you feel me? Killer keep his bike on the side of the building right there, damn near back then, you feel me? Killer jumps off you know how you like ollie off the sidewalk when you're on a bike or BMX or something? Killer we park right in the rental. Killer jumps off the sidewalk in front of us like boom, like he on a little bike or something, like a BMX, like so gingerly, but just so, you know what I mean? Just and now he in front of us, and we getting on the freeway right there. Anybody know, you hop on the freeway right there, and then you be going towards the bridge or whatever, right? Trail has a friend in the car, you know what I mean? Shout out to her, you know what I mean? She know who she is. She all good people. I don't want to put her name, and she might not want nobody to know she was with us or whatever. But anyway, Trail had a friend with him. You feel me? So she in the car, she chilling with us or whatever. We all smoking, just chilling. So I'm pretty sure she ain't paying no attention to what's going on with the bike and us, and you know what I mean, what's about to take place. And I don't think Trail know what is he's about to see. Do you hear me, big baby? Now, have you ever seen a Wink 1100, them old school DVDs, or a Rough Rider thing on YouTube? Just imagine seeing that, like you could be like you the camera, you the GoPro following one of those people. You know what I mean? But back then, so this is how I felt. So Killer gets on that freeway, big baby. He started lifting that thing up, and his clutch was going out. So I'm gonna say that too, you know what I mean? I know for real riders, for y'all, you know what I mean? I do a little ride, but for y'all real riders, I know that don't mean nothing. But for you know what I'm saying? His clutch was going out. So we on the freeway, and he had to really get it to get it up. Once he got that thing up, we was on the bridge. I take that back. We was on the Bay Bridge. Okay? Killer gets that thing up. Boom! He starts climbing all over it. Like I was saying he was doing on Evans, but we on the bridge. It's nighttime. It's so windy. So and Killer commits to walking the whole bridge, champ. Like, I'm just talking about he's walking that thing, like, switching lanes, traffic and whatever, cars, whatever, he getting over like he in a car. And climbing over it at the same time. He just switched it all the way there. Trail going crazy. He's climbing all over it. He puts the thing down. Killer hops on the side, starts smoking his Jordans. He ain't got no riding gear. He probably got some old Jabos on or something, you know what I mean? Some retros or something. Killer smoking his Jordans. Trail said he's smoking his Jordans. Killer, and in my mind, I'm like, I told you it's Killer. He go crazy, big baby. I told you, man. You big rough rider. You know what I'm saying? What Killer did in the city of the Bay is mythical stories about how he ride up where the Rough Riders is parked at, and people could come in the comments when I upload this to YouTube and just come just like egging them on. Just pull up to them on the endo, like, and just get to just doing all type of tricks in front of them, like, you know, does anybody want to? And I wasn't there, but this is just legend. You dig what I'm saying? Killer slides. He riding on the side of the thing on the bridge. He's climbing all over it. He did lift. He go. You know what I'm saying? Killer goes crazy. To the point where the young lady in the car, she's, no, stop. Tell her to stop. Please tell her to stop. Just please stop. I'm talking about she is about to, man, she's so paranoid, so scared that any second Killer gonna fall off that bike and be in the water somewhere. Killer riding that thing like it's nothing, champion. Killer Cold, Killer 1000. Wow, that boy used to get busy, champion. This is what I seen with my own eyes. I know it's other people who come from the city, different generations who ride harder. When I say you wasn't there, big baby, I'm just saying from my experience, you dig? Sometimes people take that the wrong way of get, you know what I mean? Nah, man, because there's a lot of times people was there, but you know what I mean? But I'm just saying what I saw as far as people riding, and I didn't see people ride pretty hard, man. Killer, he was just too creative. You dig? He wasn't stopping at Willie for a long time. And another thing that took Killer riding to another level, he can teach you. A lot of people can ride hard, but they can't necessarily just show you. If you ride with Killer for 2 weeks straight, and I ain't even saying like you're gonna be a better rider. And if you really want to like stunt, because Killer ain't the type to be like, oh, you should do this. He ain't going to make fun of you. Killer know them bikes is serious, so he ain't going to be like, you know what I mean? You scared. He going to let you live. You know you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody who know ain't going to be like, oh, Killer, you can't. They know better than that. But if you want to learn, Killer going to put you in the game. Champ, he going to have you riding. He going to really have you, you know what I mean? I'm talking about so many of my partners from my hood, from the turf, that after me and Killer rode, they rode with Killer too, and for extended amounts of time, and them fools all ride hard as hell. Willie, donuts, you know what I mean? Burnt, anything you could think of, Killer got all them. I'm talking about from the ones who was beginners when they got with Killer, I'm talking about couldn't ride a big wheel before they got with Killer. You get a month in the Killer program, in the Killer Coach stunting program, champ. Oh, you gonna be one of them ones, big baby. You gonna be able to come through when he ain't there and lay your stunt down, champ. And Killer gonna give it to you. Okay, yeah, he a fast learner. You know what I mean, bro? Get busy. You understand me? He gonna say it though. You feel me? He gonna give it up. That's Killer for you, champ. You know what I'm saying though? Real legendary fabric, man. Killer was one of them ones, my guy. You dig? Representing from where he was from, like, and a real hill baby though. You know what I mean? And he represented that with pride. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You already know, though. But, yeah, Killer on them bikes was something else. I didn't see him come through Oakdale before, and OG was like, oh, man, he don't ride like that, and everybody. We was all out there, me, good, everybody like, what? That's Killer. Killer laughed because he get this all the time now. You feel me? Killer get to sliding that thing all up everywhere. But Killer so sick, like I said, he had average riders coming through. Now when Killer come up the block, they doing synchronized moves. All three people Willie in at one time. All this and synchronized. It's like, man, what type of shit this nigga Killer got going on, man? This trainer assistant Killer guy, he got here coming through really feeling themselves, though. You feel me? Somebody who you might have seen ride a bike once or twice before. But now he with Killer, man, he ready to just stand me put on a little display or something. Do you hear me, big baby? But yeah, that's how Killer was putting it down, though, man. Let me see. Yeah. Another story, though. Yeah, man, I had to turn that up, get that in there, you feel me? But anyway, another story about Killer, man, before I let y'all go, right? So, one night, me and Killer, we hitting corners or whatever. Me, Killer, and Rosa, man. You understand me? We on the Up All Night show, all night flight. This one, Killer had the 442 Cutlass, the two-door one. Anybody who know Killer, yeah, I mean, who was around, who was there, Big Baby, they remember when Killer had the clean-ass 442 Cutlass, the two-door one. Mo, y'all redid and all this shit, right? So, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was strong that night, right? So we hitting corners or whatever. In the midst of us hitting corners and busting moves and sliding around, Killer is still conducting business. You dig what I'm saying? He's still conducting business. Now, I done told Killer, hey, nephew, is what he'd say to me, because that's what I say to him. Anybody who know the term nephew, let me tell y'all, this is more history, right? A lot of people call me nephew. I call them nephew. The originators, where that came from, is me and Capone Thomas. Rest in peace. Me and Macapone, there's a store on Broad Street, right? The Broad Street store. Me and Pone and all my partners used to post up right there, Roy's store. So, anytime me and Pone go in the store at the same time, we'd be like telling the lady behind the counter, I'd be like, we'd buy each other stuff or be like, I got it, I'm gonna pay for it, or whatever, right? And she'd be like, I'd be like, yeah, that's my nephew right there. And he'd be like, that's my nephew right there. And that was just our recurring thing. So me and Pone would call each other nephew. So I started doing that when I went to other places. So I would say nephew with my heel niggas. I would say nephew with my young partner, whatever, you feel me? But for the ones who know, that's where nephew came from Pone. He the original nephew. He'd be like, look, he ain't got no mustache. You know, Pone, Filipino, he got a little stash already. So, man, we used to cry laughing about that every time. But anyway, right? So me and Killer and Rosa, we hitting corners or whatever, and he busting moves in between us hitting corners or whatever. So we pull up on Dakota, like in the middle of Dakota, basically. Now Killer's about to bust a move. The Caprice, the narc car, is parked like 2 cars up from where we at, but ain't nobody in it, right? All right, you listening. I say, nephew, you don't see the police car right there, man? What is you doing? I'm not gonna lie right now and say if he responded or if Killer said anything, right? But I know that I said, hey, Killer, man, what is you doing? The police car right there. Now, in his mind at the time, maybe he because how the police, they could have been in somebody's house, they could have been doing anything, you know what I mean? At the moment, we don't know, right? So maybe that's what his mind thought initially, and what I said went past, or he was like, shut up, he finna bust a move anyway. Now, another thing is, we in the hills, so I know Killer, he know his shit, I guess, you feel me? He know how to work these jets. Now, me and Killer got pulled over a numerous of times, you know what I mean? On some hot shit. I'd be like, man, you hot. You be having me hot. He like, nah, nigga, you hot. Now listen, right? Killer jumps out to bust the move. As he's out there trying to do a handoff, right? Whoever the narcs is engaging in takes off running from them. They run towards where Killer is standing at. So as I guess the narcs see Killer doing what he's doing over as he's chasing this dude, right? He's on the ground, the dude trying to scuffle. He got a dude on the ground wrestling with him. You know what I mean? Got this dude. He points his gun at Killer. Me and Rosa are in the car in the 442 looking, like eyes probably like this. like we stuck in a movie or something. Like we watching an actual movie. That's how I'm feeling at the time, right? I'm like, I'm stuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing all this. I'm seeing dude wrestling, dust scurrying, killer standing there looking crazy. He like, don't fucking move. Don't move. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? So killer stuck for about 10 seconds as dude they scuffling. Then I guess something clicked in his head, right? Killer starts taking steps back. Like, and he's like, hey, don't move. Killer like, I ain't did nothing. And by the time dude was trying to get him, Killer jumped in the car, threw that thing in reverse. We take off down the hill. Police car, sirens or whatever, you know what I mean, trying to come. Excuse me. We done jumped on the freeway, we gone. Now, anybody who know who from Frisco, you know what I mean, know about going around the world. And around the world mean you take these outer freeways that's around the city limits, and it takes you kind of like around the city in a nice little 30, whatever, 40, maybe, I don't know how many minutes it is to go around the world. But it's a nice little trip that you would take if you're smoking or whatever. But this is what we do right at this moment. We're going around the world, so just imagine whoever know. We started off by Potrerohill. We get all the way over there, probably past where the racetrack used to be somewhere, and Killer like. Now remember before we pulled over, what I said to Killer, right? Killer. I'm talking about he dead quiet. He ain't said nothing since we pulled off and got into the high speed. Nothing. This fool is about 30 minutes later almost. He looks over and say, why y'all ain't say nothing? I said, what? I said, man, nephew, hey, I told you there was pork right there. You still got out to make that sale, champ. I told you that. You talk about why we didn't say nothing. I said, Killer, he was serious too. He was sitting there, Rosa like, man, he was dead serious, champ. I'm talking about, I was like, what? Man, Killer on that high shit. We all high, but Killer was on some, I said, man. So, now, mind you, right? Me and Killer are both in a program called Mentor Court at 850. We both done caught cases, you know what I mean? They gave us this program called Mentor Court, right? I caught another case. I was in Mentor Court, Killer was in Mentor Court. I caught another case and hadn't went to my court date for Mentor Court, so they didn't know. They was about to try to play me, but they didn't know that happened, right? I had bailed out. So I'm out on bail when Killer did the high-speed chase shit, right? We both in the Mentor Court program, so we just hot, right? The next day, so they don't know that was me in the car. They don't know nothing you did. So like the next day or 2 days later, so I gotta say this. When they caught me for the case, right? I had like some Skittles and some bags, whatever, right? So I went to the keister with it. Anybody who know what the keister is, then you know, right? If you don't know, then you have to catch up, man. But I went to the shoot. You understand me? Just the cheeks, not, you know what I mean? You understand me? To try to conceal some shit, and they found it anyway, right? So I'm saying that to preface this. Fast forward, me and Killer got to the high speed the night before. They don't really know who was in the car. I'm out on bail for a case that was like 2 days prior, right? The narcs pull up on the side of me and Killer on 3rd Street. They pull up on us, right? They don't hit the lights. They pull up on us and look over. We in the same car. They're like, hey, Jacoby, you gonna run today or what? And we like, nah, what you mean? He like, nah, run for what? I ain't did nothing. So Killer pulled over, and he said that the narcs that was talking to Killer is the ones who just wrapped me up a couple days before, right? So he says, and watch him over there. He likes to put contraband in his cheeks. You understand me? I don't want to mess up the video, you dig? But basically that's what he said, you did. So Killer looking at me like I'm hot. I'm looking at him like, nah, you got us hot, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was the joke, running joke with me and Cole forever. Like, you hot as hell, you be getting us pulled over. And be like, nah, you hot. You like to keep contraband in your cheeks, nigga. You got us hot out here. I'm like, nah, Killer, you like to get in the hot. Man, Killer did been in the car. He see an old car that he sold, right? The car got a combo kit on there. For anybody know what a combo kit is, like a fake plate that you get from like the store to put on yours until you get your registration, and it don't look so hot. It don't draw so much attention when you got the combo kit. So he sees somebody with his on his old car, like, that's my old car. Man, we went and tried to take the combo kit off the car, right? Somebody must have called the police. The narcs was out there on me and Killer ass so quick. I'm talking about had us hemmed up and taking pictures of us out there. And it just so happened, it was the narcs, but they was on some task force shit, so it was like the Lakeview narcs in there. So they knew me. So they was on me like, oh yeah, we know him, da 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 da. Take his picture, ooh. So Killer, we in his neighborhood, but the police on me extra hard because they knew me. So Killer found that real funny, like, oh, they got your picture, you hot nephew. I'm like, man, you getting us pulled up. Man, me and Killer used to be, man, we'll laugh about it though, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Killer used to be hot out there. Like, the police knew about him from the hill and me from Lakeview and from everywhere else, and they used to be on us, man. But me and Killer used to slide, man. And when I was deep in everything and deep in the streets, and when, you know what I mean, I didn't want to put other people in danger, or you know what I'm saying, I knew what was going on with myself. Killer throw me in the car, Killer come pick me up, or Killer, you know what I'm saying, he knew my situation, he still rock with me, dig? So I got abundance of love for that guy, Killer, man. You know what I'm saying? I just had to take some time out, man, do one for my guy. I probably got a million more memories with Killer, but I just felt like, you understand me, I had to do one dedicated to my guy, man, to my guy, Killer Cobe, man. The baddest on two wheels that I saw with my eyes. I know it could be other people. You might could bring me video, and I might change my mind as far as somebody seen on video. But as far as with my eyes, the baddest dude I ever seen ride a street bike. You know what I'm saying? Damn near anybody, a street bike for sure. Killer Cobe, champ. Killer Cobe, man. You understand me? My nephew. You hear what I'm saying, big baby? You understand me? But anybody know, man, my guy Killer gonna have his swishers rolled up, man. You understand me? Pre-roll. He ain't with all that stopping and rolling. He needed some Hennessy. You understand me? And we on nephew all night. His beanie cocked up. Yeah, still be like Adabisi, man. I used to think Killer had Velcro on his beanie because it got it way up here, right? But it don't move, champ. You understand me? It don't move. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm going to let y'all go, man. But this is, You Wasn't There, Big Baby. You know what I mean? Killer Cobe edition, man. Another podcast, man. It'll be up on YouTube, man. I hope y'all enjoy it, man. We're gonna keep this thing rocking. We're gonna keep the memories alive of our fallen, of the ones who are legendary, the ones who was, you know what I mean, real good people, man. Solid individual whose legacies deserve to be told. Do you hear me, champ? You know what I mean? KIU, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up. You know what I mean? You wasn't there, Big Baby. Killer Cobe edition. KI.